Well, hello everyone and welcome to another growing guide here at Larry's Orchids. Today we're going to be talking about Masdevallias. I love them. They're a beautiful orchid. So we actually have a few plants here that are in bloom. So come in and check these out because they are some beautiful, beautiful plants here. And I'm telling you what, they don't get much easier to grow either. So I think you guys are gonna like this. So these are in bloom. These are just a beautiful Masdevallia here. They have a very long inflorescence and they can tend to be a little bit top heavy and bouncy, but they are spectacular plants and they are so beautiful when they flower. I also have another specimen here. These are so beautiful. These are just beginning to open. They're not even yet fully opened. So how to grow Masdevallias? First, we're going to talk about things that make them so easy. These are known as the Windowsill Orchid. They are basically one of few that will just sit up in a east-facing window and grow for you. These are going to tolerate low light conditions, which makes them great for office spaces that have fluorescent lighting, which not many orchids can tolerate because most orchids need decent sunlight at best to flower. These ones will flower under fluorescent light, which makes them so great for an office space or an east-facing window or a west-facing window. South can be too strong. Sometimes we find that south-facing windows will burn them. So best we just say stick away from the south-facing window. Now when it comes to watering, these plants are great for people that overwater your orchids. They can tolerate it. When it comes to Masdevallias, they simply enjoy being watered quite a bit. And also when it comes to Masdevallias, there's one thing that makes them terrific, and that is dividing. Now when you have your plant here, all you're going to do is simply either rip them apart like you would treat a lily that has bulbs. Simply separate them apart, and that's all you have to do. Plant them in separate pots and you're good. So that's why typically we don't have a repotting video because it takes so long, or it's just too much to have in a video. But literally take a knife, separate them with a knife. If you cut any part and there's exposed flesh, simply let it cure for a couple hours so it doesn't begin rotting. But you can cut it with a knife, you can rip it apart. They're pretty versatile with the ways you can separate them, and you can get a lot of plants for them. Also, another thing is that since these are known as the Windowsill Orchid, they don't get any taller than this. So these beautiful, lush specimens here that are just so dense and thick, they will never get any taller, which is great since a lot of people would like something for their windowsill, but sometimes the inflorescence gets so large, or the plant begins growing and it gets so large that it becomes unbearable to put inside, just in a windowsill, in your kitchen or wherever. And so it makes it really versatile in the location that you can place them as well. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about is fertilizing, temperature, and humidity. These are really great since they make awesome house plants that they do not require a whole lot of humid environments. They are pretty versatile when it comes to humidity as well. Just give them a basic household humidity being 40–50%, they're going to do great for you. Also temperature, as long as it doesn't get too cold, like below 40 or 50, you're going to be fine. Anything 60 degrees and above, they're going to do great. And the last thing is fertilizing. Just give them your average orchid fertilizer. Here at Larry's Orchids, we like to give them an orchid-specific fertilizer. We stress that a lot because it's so important when it comes to orchids, no matter the type of orchid. So we give them an orchid-specific fertilizer, and that is a Better Grow fertilizer. I'm going to put the link in the description box below for you, and that way you can check out what we use in-house here, and that is just an all-around amazing mix that we have. So definitely it's worth checking out. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was very quick, but these are super simple to grow, and they are beautiful, beautiful orchids at that. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. They're not too hard to grow, as you've seen here. And so definitely check out what we have in store here. I'm going to post a link to them in the description box below. And if you have any friends that are into growing these as well, send them a link to either the store link or to this video so they can get growing them as well. And if you also enjoyed and learned something new, please click the subscribe button. That also helps us out because we like to know who we're reaching, and also helps you to stay up to date on all the other cool things we're doing on this channel. So it's a win-win situation, right? Until next episode, this is Luke from Larry's Orchids thanking you for making us the #1 stop shop for all your orchid and tropical needs. All right, take care everyone. Bye.